Abhishek of Radharani. So this was performed near Chata in a village called Umrao. Umrao. Umrao means queen. The word Umrao means queen. So this festival, Utsav, was performed in Magh Mas, Magh Purnima. In cold time, January, February, Magh Purnima. And it was held there. And it's very beautifully and sweetly described in Srimad Mahotsav. And we, of course, we published that book in English. And after seeing this Abhishek of Radharani today and having such an incredible experience, and Krishna blessed us because we didn't have a firm plan to go there exactly. So then we thought, I want to hear more about Abhishek, Radharani's Abhishek. Because in this Madhav Mahotsav, there's 9 different Abhisheks. Radharani is bathed 9 different times. It's a whole elaborate, it's a whole book. It's like 90-page book about a bath. A 90-page book about an Abhishek. Establishing the pots. And so I'm going to read some of those different bathings. And so many, it's really beautiful to hear about. This is Nitya Leela. As I mentioned, all the ladies of the universe came. Seeing, this is the Abhishek arrangements. You have to be a little patient. Of course, you have 2 options. You can sleep. That's always available. Or you can half sleep, half stay awake. That's the second option. Or you can chant japa and deeply meditate on it if you're really energetic and not fasting. Or you can simply hear with the eyes of your heart and try to transport your mind and heart and subtle body to the realm of this reality. Transport your subtle body, link the, what is it called? Shukshma Sharira? Subtle body is called Shukshma Sharira. Yes? Transport your Shukshma Sharira to this reality of this transcendental realm where this Abhishek is going on. And we will see the smiling eyes of Purnamasi as she prepared for the Abhishek. Seeing her eyes brought happiness to everyone present. As the moon on Purnima automatically destroys the darkness and makes the roaring ocean overstep its shoreline, Gokula Chandra, with the express permission and blessings of blissful Purnamasi, sounded his flute to destroy all obstacles and inaugurate a grand festival filled with music. Murari playfully made a competition between the flute and the festival. With the flute he bewildered all living entities, and with the joy and the grandeur of Radharani's bathing festival, he brought them back to consciousness. Of all the extraordinary events in the festival, the most remarkable event was that everyone attending the festival became a musician. That would be great. If everybody knew how to play kartals and mridanga and sing on key. Something extraordinary. Individuals in each group took up dancing and singing according to their own style. And then they exchanged their styles with other groups. Look, this is our style. Oh, this is our style. Celestial music was made by the rumbling of clouds. The dancing of the apsaras was the flashes of lightning. The showering of flowers was the sheets of white hailstones. And the singing of the Gandharvas was streams of sweet nectar. The Devatas were showering flowers of mango buds with pollen. Turmeric and rice and bilva leaves were falling from the sky. When all these auspicious elements joined in this way, Uma, who's Uma? consort of Lord Shiva. He's called Umesh. Umesh Shankar Sharma. Right, they have names like that. Uma taking permission from her followers, Chaya and Sangya. Who is Chaya and Sangya? These are all females, remember? Gandharvas and all that. Uma is whom? Parvati. Who are the wives of the sun god? Suryadev's wives, Patni, Kone. Chaya. Chaya and Sangya. Yeah, all knowledge. All knowledge and shadow. Chaya means shadow. Shadow. So who are the two wives of Surya? Sangya. So in the shadow, there's all ignorance, darkness, no clarity. And when there's all knowledge, then it's full sunshine. So they're the followers of Uma. They began the glorious worship of Radhika. Could any other coronation compare to this? Everyone's eyes burst into joy as the Abhishek began. Did they swell up in order to fully taste the beauty of the event by some yogic power of Mahima Siddhi? Or did they fill with increasing beauty due to the worship? All the rituals that Uma performed with beautiful flowers, durva grass, puffed rice, white mustard seeds, purified by mantras, they greatly pleased Radha and the assembly. Uma placed the arghya on Radhika's head. It's not on the feet, arghya. Idam arghyam, Kling Krishnaya namaha, idam arghyam, arghya, Sringrang Radhikaye swaha. So it's put over the head. Removes all inauspicious things. The arghya is mixed. Arghya is durva grass, water, flowers, chandan and rice. This is arghya. Etat padyam, idam argyam, idam achmaniyam, esha maruparka, idam punar achmaniyam, srinkling radhakrishnabhyam nama. This puja. So she offered arghya on Radhika's head. In the eyes of the assembled devotees, the arghya seemed to be a most valuable item, whose beauty defeated that of gateways and archways. While offering padyam, Hiram etat padyam sringrang radhikaye swaha, Uma said, "O Radha, we are approaching you now, and will also come in the future with a desire to participate in your pastimes on the banks of the Yamuna." The drops of achmaniyam that Uma offered to Radha contained the reflection of Hari's lotus face. Harivo. This is etat padyam. She was offering water to Radharani Charan. And those water droplets was the reflection, the pratibimba, sham pratibimba. Each drop was sham pratibimba. Because he was watching from a distance behind the foliage. The kunjas, interstitials, they say, interstitials of the spaces between the foliage. He was watching the Madhav Mahotsav of Radharani being bathed. Only ladies were there except Krishna. Arghya, Padya. And so the author is saying that he could not avoid his face being in those drops, because when Uma was offering that arghya with a conch, then Krishna is watching minutely every drop of that water as it fell on Radharani's feet. Because he was watching it, then that captured his image in each drop, because he was watching it. So then that drop went out and took his image from behind the kunja and put it in the drop, and a very beautiful meditation. This is Vilas Manjari. Jiva Goswami's Vilas Manjari. Sri Jiva Goswami Pada Ki. Oh, this is to the mouth. Listen to the mouth, actually. Achman's to the mouth. Had contained reflection of Hari's lotus face. Oh, that's very interesting. That now makes it more interesting. This is Achman. Achman you offer to the mouth is some long or nutmeg or jatifal. Jatifal are long, crushed into powder, right? Jatifal, long. cloves or nutmeg, jatifal, jaifal, jaifal or long, make a powder karke, and some pani. So this was being offered, idam achamaniyam, to Radharani's mouth, like a mouth freshener. And the reflection of Krishna's face was in that water. So what does that mean? Chumbak. You know chumbak? That water that Uma was offering to Krishna's face was actually to Radharani's face, was Krishna's face, offered to Radha's face, which means Ananda Kanda Bhagavan ki Jai Jai Shri Radhe Sham. Now how did Radharani respond to Achamaniyam? What was her response? With trembling lips. That proves the point, right? That Achaman that's being offered by Uma is Krishna Adhara. It's Krishna's Adhara, his lips. And Krishna Adhara Amrit. Adhara means lips, Adhara. And Amrit means the nectar of his lips. So when Krishna kisses Radharani, with trembling lips, Radha uttered cries of ecstasy. It is a fact that when a person has a great desire for an object, anything related to it gives joy. Thus, when Uma offered Madhuparka, Esha Madhuparka Sringrang Radhikayeswa, Radha felt completely satisfied, thinking that in that Madhuparka was the remnants of Hari's lips. That's what we're supposed to think when we take prasad. Prasad seva. When we take prasadam, we should think this is the Krishna Adhara Amrit, the nectar of Krishna's lips. Radharani's thinking that. She's feeling it, seeing it. After all the articles were offered, Radha received Achamaniyam again. Punar Achamaniyam. At this time, Radharani appeared like the sun in Jaist, destroying all darkness in all directions with her brilliance. The sun in the Jaist month. Uma then offered various scents, aguru, chandan, kasturi, and kunkum, and flowers. The loud buzzing of the bees seemed to make Krishna's heart dance. When Uma offered aguru in agarbati to the Radha Anga, limbs of Radha, Krishna's heart became scented with many desires. Because Krishna is watching. So when the aguru was being offered, then that aguru was being offered to Radharani, to her lotus feet and her nabha and her kanta, shir, anga. Then the wind is blowing, the Shamir, carrying that agarbati right to Krishna. And when he's smelling that agarbati, because there's two types of aguru. One aguru is called Krishna aguru. It was a dark one. And the other one's just aguru. Tail, it's a tail. So there's a dark one. So when that incense was Krishna aguru. So Krishna aguru means that scent that was being offered was Krishna. So when that came from Radharani, after being offered to Radharani's body, then it says here that Krishna's heart became scented with many desires. When he smelled the fragrance of that Mahaprasadi agarbati from Radharani's anga, then his praying became ulas. It became an udipan to stimulate his vibhav, his love for Radharani. The ghee lamps that Uma waved before Radha kindled many loving feelings in Krishna's heart. As changes in the environment immediately affect those within it, similarly, everything affecting Radha also affected Krishna. Uma then performed arti with a jeweled bowl containing fresh barley, durva grass, ashwat, branches, and flower buds. At that time it seemed that the eyes of everyone and the whole assembly were performing arti to Radha as well. So everyone was offering arti with their eyes. Just going like this, offering arti, ringing the bell. So everyone's eyes are going like this, looking at, admiring the beauty of Radharani. And then this is the arti, and then